Now to draw a tortoise, we need to do a little bit of planning. So I'm going to draw this kind of bean shape for the head, and then the neck will kind of go there like that. And then we want this kind of downward curve, and then up there like that, and then that is going to go around in a nice curve over to there. And this almost goes straight across to there. And we're going to want a kind of a curve going across like that. And we're going to want a curve there, and a curve there, and a curve there. And then that will sort of come down like that too. And I'm going to start by drawing the head. And it's sort of almost like a beak. They can look a little bit grumpy, tortoises. And we're going to give him an eye and a couple of little nostrils like that. And that will just come up there. And then quite a wrinkly neck sticking out. And then we want to bring this down. And where we got these lines coming down, we want a little curve up. Curve, curve, and a curve like that. And here we want a slight curve. There we want a slight curve, and a slight curve, and a slight curve, and a slight curve to there, and then down there. Now what we've got going on here is something like that, and then something like that, and then something like that. And again here they need to sort of come in there, and you might have just a little bit showing there and there too. And what we want to do is shade this. This is quite close and tight here, and then they get sort of lighter as we go along. So that's going to go that way, and that kind of way like that, and again here like that. This part is going to be slightly different, so it's going to be going upwards there, and again this one is going to be coming upwards, and that's going up there, and similarly there. Now these bottom bits here, they're going to start kind of on one side and go up like that. And by not drawing in a hard line, then it kind of makes it a little bit more subtle like that. Now we need to draw in a front leg. So that's going to be a curve and a curve. And we want little claws sticking out at the end. And they're very, very kind of pointy, scaly kind of legs. And we're going to see this bottom shell is kind of going off down that way. So we can put quite a bit of shading in there, and we've got a kind of a dip there, and it's quite a big chunky bit of shell that they have underneath. And then if you draw a little semicircles like that and other ones to kind of connect, that will give you a feel for the pattern underneath. That's a kind of a simplified version of it. And then we're going to want the other leg on the other side with little claws on the end. And again, very scaly legs. And then we're going to want the back leg coming out as well, just the same way. And when you are absolutely sure that the ink is dry, then you can erase the pencil lines without smudging the ink. And I think we can have a bit more shading in underneath there. And that's cross-hatching, makes that much darker there as you go around. We're going to want a bit of shading there and a little bit of shading underneath too. And a bit of shading there will kind of help to bring that leg forward. And I think we want to sort of shade underneath a bit. And I think each of these little shell segments can have a bit of shading on top as well, just to make them stand out that bit more. And YouTuber Kitty Lovers 35 contacted me and asked me if I would draw a tortoise, and that's what I'm doing. And if you put a suggestion in the comments box below, you never know, you might be lucky and I'll do a drawing for you too. In the meantime, make sure you are subscribed to this channel so that you will always get news of when I do a new video, and I do them quite often, so there's always something new for you to draw. And then I think we need to just kind of put some background in there, and I'm going to put some shading in on the ground here as well. A little bit of shading around the mouth too, I think. There you are, how to draw a tortoise. And if you stayed with this video this far, please give it a thumbs up and like it, and maybe tell all your friends about it on Twitter and Facebook and whatever other thing that you use. Thanks for watching, and you can support this channel and get so much more on my Patreon page. Click to find out more. Make sure you are subscribed to the Shoo Rayner Drawing Channel on YouTube, and in the meantime, keep drawing, practice, and I'll see you next time. You take care now. Bye bye.